Hello, this is Kelly Hutchings with Treading the Boards, and tonight I'm here at the Somerville Playhouse in Somerville, Alabama, to see a lovely little show called Joey Hart Says Goodbye. And right now I'm fortunate to be with not only the writer of this play, but the director of the show, Wayne Miller. So we're going to chat for a few minutes with Wayne to see what this Joey Hart is all about. So Wayne, what can you tell me about this show?
Okay, it's a story of a group of women who they all have some history with each other. Some of them are close friends and some are just friendly acquaintances, but they're all coming together for this funeral reception for a man named Joey Hart.
Okay.
And as the play progresses, you find out that Joey was not really a very nice guy.
Oh.
And to one extent or another, all of these women were victimized by this guy.
Oh.
And so it's really about, I guess if I had to break it down into one theme, it's about healing. It's about coming to terms with traumatic events in your past, making peace with that, and moving forward with your life.
Okay, so if you were to categorize this show, would it be a comedy? Would it be serious? Would it be romantic? What is your categorization for this?
This would be, I guess, a dramedy.
A dramedy?
Because some parts of it are very serious and dark, but then some parts of it are just hysterically funny and silly. So
okay, so a dramedy. We have a new word, dramedy. All right, give me one of your favorite scenes of the show. Kind of explain this scene to us.
Well, there's a food fight.
A food fight.
Two of them, actually.
Two? All right.
Just recently, to get a little, biographical, a little personal, my grandmother died, and there was actually a physical altercation at the funeral home. So I expect most people either have experienced it themselves or they know someone who has, families get together and things get messy.
Okay.
And so you have, these two characters who are sisters, and there's been a lot of backstory and there's a lot of resentment, and funerals tend to bring these things to the forefront.
They do.
And so everything comes to a head, and there just happens to be a lot of food around. It's the South, and of course everybody, when somebody dies, they bring food.
They do.
So
Lots
there's
of
this
it.
feast of food, and it turns into a food fight.
All right, so during this food fight, now I'm sitting here right now with some biscuits or rolls. Is it real food in this food fight?
It is real food.
So should the front row bring a sheet or something to put over them?
If they get splashed with whipped cream, it's only going to be a little bit.
Okay. A food fight. I was in a food fight when I was in junior high school, so I'm looking forward to seeing the food fight on the stage for Joey Hart. Well, Wayne, we do appreciate you taking a few minutes before the show starts to join us, and we really look forward to seeing the show, and we thank you for letting us be here tonight. And I will get back with you in just a little while to let you know what I think about Joey Hart Says Goodbye. Well, we're here with Gina Rinaldi, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure I pronounce everybody's name right. And she has a very important part in this show, so I'm going to just let Gina explain to you all what she is doing in this show. So explain a little bit about your character.
Absolutely. My character's name is Tiffany. She has had probably the most long-standing relationship with the gentleman who we've all,
Joey Hart?
yes, come to memorialize or what have you. She's a little bit of a mess. She's not taking it very well. And she's just, her life has not unfolded exactly the way she would have wanted. I think things have not been good, and she's made some decisions that probably haven't been in her best interest.
Got
and
you.
that all sort of culminates here when she gets together with these people, some of whom she hasn't seen probably since college.
Okay. Now, I have heard about this infamous food fight. So what is your part in the food fight? Do you start it? Do you end it?
I am the recipient of the fight. I am the fightee, not the fighter. It is my first stage food fight, and I was really nervous about it, and it has been so much fun and so hilarious. And every night I've gone home and told my boyfriend, this food fight is so great. I just want you to come see the food fight.
So do you get like a pie in the face or something?
I get the punch bowl. I get the pie in my face.
Oh my goodness.
I think I get beaten with a breadstick at one point. A lot of things happen that go on behind my back that I don't see, but I think my character is pretty deserving of how all that plays out. She's not a particularly nice person, unfortunately. But those are fun parts to play because I do feel like I'm a pretty nice person. So it's very out of character for me, and I still try to bring a little bit of humanity to her, but it's not easy because she's a tough little cookie, and like I said, she's made some choices that have put her in a really bad spot by the time she gets to this point and sees all these people again. So
gotcha.
I think she's pretty deserving of the whole food fight thing.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
life does take its turns. Well, thank you very much for
Oh,
being
you're
here with
welcome.
us and explaining a little bit about your character. So y'all come out and see Gina playing Tiffany in Joey Hart Says Goodbye. Got to watch the food fight. I'm looking forward to it. Welcome back. We have made it back to Goose Pond Cottage Studios after seeing Wayne Miller's production of Joey Hart Says Goodbye. Very lovely show. Very enjoyable. It's thought-provoking. It's, it's as Wayne describes it, it's a dramedy. There's a lot of funny parts to it, but it's a very serious show, and it deals with a very serious, what would you call it? It's a serious theme. It's definitely not one to bring the kids to, but it is one to come to if you really need to get past something in your life, to watch how these women kind of make their way through some painful memories, some painful past things that have happened to them. They get through it, and it's endearing to watch. Yes, there's the food fight. That's a lot of fun, but it's more than the food fight. It's women supporting one another, and the support is beautiful. Now, yes, I usually have one standout actor, and I can't do that this time because everyone really was so good and so into their parts. But I'm going to have to kind of go off script this time and choose two people. So the rest of you in the cast, though, please, again, I always say, do not get offended. Do not get jealous that you didn't get chosen. Everybody was good. But these two actors played off of one another so beautifully that I actually forgot I was sitting in the theater watching a play. I felt like I was in the funeral home at Joey Hart's funeral, listening to another table speak. And so the two actors that are my standout actors this time are Michelle Hughley and Tanya Miller. Great job, you guys. Kudos. You play off of one another well. Keep up the good work. The maturity in your subjects and the maturity of your character is just, it's breathtaking. So thank you for a job well done. Joey Hart died. Okay, Joey Hart was a nasty guy. He was not a pleasant person. And all of these women have a past with him in one way or another. And it's them getting through that past and the embarrassment and the degradation that they went through with Joey that they're working through. And again, as I said, the cast does a beautiful job in putting this show out there and getting this message across. Every once in a while, it may have gotten a little preachy, not too much. It was in there for a reason. I understand why Wayne put it in there. But when you go see this, and you should go see this out in Somerville, keep in mind that you need to have a bit of a thick skin for it. There are subjects that are very touchy that Wayne does put in there on purpose. He likes to get that feel going, and he definitely does it with this one. But don't go in expecting one thing and come out offended. That's not the intent of this show. It's not intended to offend anyone. It's really to just get across that there is forgiveness and there is healing in any situation. Again, Joey Hart is playing at the Somerville Playhouse in Somerville, Alabama. Tickets are only $7. $7 to go see an original wonderful play by Wayne Miller and EvilCheez. You can't get any better than that. Also, showtimes, since it's only this weekend, they're doing several. They have 2 matinees, one on Saturday, one on Sunday, both starting at 2:30, and then you have 2 evening shows. Friday evening starting at 7:30 and Saturday evening starting at 7:30. So y'all get out to Somerville, go see Wayne Miller's Joey Hart Says Goodbye. And don't forget, keep treading the boards.